Антошка, Антошка, пойдем копать картошку. Дири-дири, трали-вали, это мы не проходили, это нам не задавали. Дири-дири, трали-вали.
I will read an excerpt from my novel, My Life at First Try. Grammar. It's 1957. I am 7. We are not slaves. Slaves are not us. Even in Russian, a language with a more forgiving grammar than English, that second sentence is barely grammatical. Yet Idea Vasilyevna, our first grade teacher, forces us to write it in our notebooks. She has no choice. It's printed in our textbooks. What's written by a pen can't be struck out by an X. We dip our pens into the inkwells, stick our tongues out and write, Ra-B. I hate how the ink smells, like scarlet fever. The pigtails of the girl in front of me beg to be pulled, but I restrain myself. I am a man. We know what we live in a socialist society, but we are ready for the next step in our path of progress. That's what Idea Vasilyevna said before the class began. She is wise and motherly. She drums the beat on her desk with a ruler. Occasionally, she goose-steps the aisles and cranes her neck to check out progress. When she does that, our hands shake. She hits the boys on the fingers with the ruler and returns to her desk. She never hits the girls. Their fingers are delicate like ivory netsuke, and their tears shoot out too easily. She smells like a perfume store, only stronger. Above the teacher desk, sweet grandfather Lenin observes us with glee. If he could, he would jump out from his gilded frame, take away Idea Vasilyevna's ruler, and drum our fingers with it. He would never spare the girls. His portrait is off-center, and next to it there is a painted-over spot. He'd say that it had Stalin's portrait hanging there once. A few years before, these leaders would have jumped out together and divided the responsibilities. Joseph, you go to the right, and I will take the left. Don't spare the rod, Joseph. Joseph would nod, grinning under his sardonic mustache. Afterwards, back in his frame, he would light a pipe. Lenin would squint like a tomcat with a belly full of mice. But now, Lenin is lonely. The bell rings. We run into our schoolyard, which is surrounded by a heavy iron fence. We scream, we jump up and down, we chase each other. Two older boys, maybe even sixth graders, get into a fist fight and we watch. One boy falls and the other kicks him in the ribs. The school principal comes out and positions himself by the gates. He looks like a statue in the town square, but without a horse. Iron face, endless shoulders, a raised hand. His clothes are the color of dust. Does he have shiny, polished balls like the horse in the square? He coughs into a bullhorn. Everyone quiets, even the boy on the ground. The principal speaks. I can make out only some words. Party, Lenin, happy childhood, American imperialism, five-year plan. When I grow up, I will draw posters and write big words with a red pen. Yesterday, I saw a group of foreign tourists in downtown. They stood so straight and laughed loudly like kids, as if no one was watching them. They were dressed in shiny, neat clothing, and their voices sounded like the cry of the birds heading west. I want to be a foreigner. The bell rings again. We return to the next class. A banner hangs along the length of the aisle. The party solemnly proclaims this generation of Soviet people will live in a communist society. That's progress. 1 + 1 is 2. Slaves are not us and will never be.